the first and most important point when selecting lambs for slaughter is to identify the market you have. There are two distinct markets that most of the lambs in Ireland go for. One is a factory type lamb, so we're looking for a lamb that's going to be killing in a carcass range of somewhere in the region of 19 to 21 kilograms. As the year progresses, that may increase slightly. Or the second one is a butcher lamb, the traditional Irish butcher lamb, where we're looking for a lamb that is significantly heavier, probably up to about 50 kilograms, depending again on the butcher and the market that he is aiming for. So the first point is to assess the lambs for weight, depending on the target weight that we are going for. So with a factory lamb, the kill out will vary depending on the age of the lamb, the sex of the lamb, the time of year of the that you are drafting, and whether the lamb is being meal fed or not. Live weights of lambs will vary from time to time and from year to year, depending on issues such as whether the lambs are weighed in the morning or the evening. In the evening, lambs will have fuller bellies, will tend to weigh somewhat heavier. Whether the lambs are wet or have long fleeces that are wet will have a significant impact on weight. And if the lambs have been fasted for periods of time. So, for example, if farmers bring lambs in, leave them in the yard for a couple of hours, that will have a significant impact on gut fill and therefore the live weight of those lambs when they are weighed. These factors need to be taken into account when you are weighing the lambs and when you are monitoring your kill outs. Ideally, the farmer should monitor the weights of the lambs, the live weights, and correlate those to the factory kill outs. This will give you a good idea as to how your lambs are killing out. At the start of the season, when we are drafting lambs prior to weaning, they tend to have the highest kill outs, and as the season progresses, the kill out will start reducing bit by bit. So in addition to live weight, another important factor is fat cover. That's the cover of flesh over the ribs and the bones, the back, the spinous process, down as far as the tail. When we are handling lambs for to weigh them or to assess the fat cover, it is very important that we handle them carefully so that we do not damage the carcass, because damaged carcasses reduces the visual appeal of the meat and the sale value of that carcass subsequently. Having caught our lambs, assess them for fat cover here, along here, and around the tail head. What we want is a nice covering of flesh, covering the bones. We don't want lambs that are excessively fat. Just a nice cover of flesh so that you can feel the bones with a little bit of pressure. The next step then is to weigh the lambs so that we get a handle on what the accurate live weight is of that particular lamb. Okay, so here we have a lamb that we have assessed for body condition, and we're happy with the body condition. The lamb has been clipped to prevent it from getting soiled. That's important that lambs are presented in a clean manner so that we don't get carcass contamination during the slaughter process. As I've already said, it is not possible to accurately and consistently guess the weight of the sheep, so it is important that we weigh them. So this lamb is weighing 45 kilograms. Based on our previous experience from the last batch of lambs, we're getting a kill out of about 44%, and that will give us a carcass weight of 19.8 kilograms, which is the target carcass weight for the lambs at this time of the year going to the factory.